All right, the Senate will come back to order. I told you we wouldn't be too long. I recognize the senator from the 27th for a motion.
Mr. President, pursuant to Senate Rule 7-1.10b, I give notice that on the next legislative day, I intend to move that the Senate consider House action on Senate Bill 26.
Secretary will read the caption.
Senate Bill 26, a bill by Senators Olazal of the 27th and others, a bill to be entitled an act to amend Title 50 of the OCGA relating to state government so as to permit meetings and public hearings of development authorities and community improvement districts to be held by teleconference and for other purposes. This is the House Committee on Governmental Affairs recommends that this bill do pass by committee substitute. Respectfully submitted, Representative LaHood of the 175th District Chairman. That completes the order, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator, for letting the body know and putting everybody on notice. Look forward to you calling it up. Recognize the senator from 26. What purpose do you rise, Senator?
Thank you, Mr. Governor. Mr. Governor, I would ask that the rules be suspended in order for a bill to be introduced and read for the first time.
The senator has asked that the rules be suspended so a bill can be introduced for the first time. Is there objection? Without objection. Come on up, Senator. Mm-hmm. Secretary, read the caption. Okay. Secretary, read the caption.
Senate Bill 442, a bill by Senator Lucas of the 26th and others, a bill to be entitled an act to amend Chapter 6 of Title 31 of the OCGA relating to state health planning and development so as to provide that after a certain date, certificate of need requirement shall not apply to institutional health services and for other purposes. That completes the order, Mr. President.
Regulated industries. For all you young folks, that's 40 years of parliamentary experience right there, so take note. All right, moving back on to the rules calendar. Senate Bill 369. Secretary, read the caption.
Senate Bill 369, a bill by Senator Burns of the 23rd and others, a bill to be entitled an act to amend Article 2 of Chapter 2 of Title 40 of the OCGA relating to registration and licensing of motor vehicles generally, so as to provide for the issuance of license plates commemorating the United States of America's semi-quincentennial and for other purposes. The Senate Committee on Public Safety recommends that this bill do pass by substitute. Respectfully submitted, Senator Albers of the 56th District Chairman. The Committee on Public Safety offers the following substitute to Senate Bill 369. A bill to be entitled an act to amend Article 2 of Chapter 2 of Title 40 of the OCGA relating to registration and licensing of motor vehicles generally, so as to provide for the issuance of license plates commemorating the United States of America's semi-quincentennial and for other purposes. That completes the order, Mr. President.
Recognize the senator from the 23rd. Speak to the bill.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, I'll be brief. And if you have a few questions, I'll be briefer. Is briefer a good word? This is Senate Bill 369. It is a commemorative license plate for the semi-quincentennial of the American Revolution. That's 250 years. So technically, you can date the American Revolution from about April the 19th of 1775. That was the attack by the British on Lexington and Concord, through the Treaty of Paris in September 3rd of 1783. But this tag is designed for Georgia to continue to celebrate this historic event. It is not a vanity plate. There is no additional cost to Georgians who select this plate. It would be the primary plate of Georgia between 2026 and 2030. There are currently two primary plates: the peach plate that we know and love, the peach patch plate that some of you prefer, and then this would be the third option, and it would be the primary option, meaning that if you have a desire to have this tag, you will receive it as the primary plate of Georgia. Again, you will get a standard tag fee, not a vanity requirement. No group benefits from this plate. There is a key component of this bill that is focused on education. Working with both the Department of Revenue and the Department of Education, we will support students in Georgia. Middle school students in Georgia, 6th through 8th grade, will have a lesson unit and education on the American Revolution, and then they will provide design to be included on the left-hand portion of the plate as the logo. This competition or experience will be managed and supported by the Department of Education. We have the support of the Sons of the American Revolution, the Daughters of the American Revolution, the Georgia Historical Society, the Committee on Civics Education, the Commission on Civics Education, and the Center for Civic Engagement. I am grateful to a constituent in my district who brought this to my attention, and I ask for your favorable consideration. I'm happy to accept questions, or I'm happy to yield a well. No questions. Yield.
Oh, you do have a couple questions, Senator, or you could yield. But Senator from the 14th, you have a question?
Brief questions, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Does the Senator yield?
Absolutely.
Senator, can you walk me through the prefixes in the word semi-quincentennial?
Absolutely.
Am I understanding correctly that's 500 years divided by 2?
That's very good. So semi-quincentennial, centennial is 100, quin is 500, semi is half of 500, 250.
Does Senator further yield?
Absolutely, but just briefly.
Is there a reason we're not putting the word semi-quincentennial on the license plate?
Absolutely, and the reason is I can't spell it,
Thank you, Senator.
and no one else can either. If there are no further questions, I'm happy to yield the well.
The senator has yielded the wells. Any other senator wish to speak for or against the measure? Chair hears none. Is there objection to the previous question being ordered? Chair hears none. The previous question is ordered. Is there questions on the adoption of the committee substitute? Is there objection to the adoption of the committee substitute? Hearing none, the committee substitute is adopted. Is there objection to agreeing to the report of the committee which is favorable to the passage of the bill? Chair hears none. The report of the committee is agreed to. Is there objection to the main question being ordered? Chair hears none. The main question is ordered. Question is on the passage of the bill by substitute. All those in favor of the bill will vote yea. Opposed, nay. Secretary will unlock the machine. On the passage of the bill, the yeas are 44 and the nays are 3. This bill, having received the requisite constitutional majority, is therefore passed by substitute. Recognize the majority leader for a motion.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Senate stand adjourned until 9 a.m. Thursday, February the 1st.
The majority leader has moved to stand adjourned until 9 a.m. Secretary, read the announcements.
The Rules Committee will meet upon adjournment today. The Public Safety Committee will meet at 1 p.m. in 450. The Higher Education Committee will meet at 2 p.m. in 307 on the CLOB. The Insurance and Labor Committee will meet at 2 p.m. in MES 1. The Health and Human Services Committee will meet at 3 p.m. in 450. The Finance Committee will meet at 4 p.m. in MES 1. And the Veterans, Military, and Homeland Security Committee will meet at 5 p.m. in 307 of the CLOB. That completes the order, Mr. President.
The majority leader has moved that the Senate stand adjourned until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, February 1st. All those in favor of the motion will signify by saying aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes clearly have it. We're adjourned.